Somebody say the Most High is always communicating. We just got to be listening. He wants to speak to us through our conscience. But if our conscience is cluttered with the things of this world, this type of junk will keep us from hearing him. The Most High always communicates clearly and distinctively. He wants genuine conversation, fellowship, and communion with us. Now watch this. There's always ways to discern if the message we're receiving is from him or not. And let me give you some stuff. First of all, if it's really from him, it will go against all worldly reasoning and rationale. Isaiah 55, 8-9. If it's really from him, if he's really speaking to you, it'll go against all worldly reasoning and rationale. It's not going to make sense to the human mind if he's really speaking. Because he says, my thoughts are not your thoughts. Neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Go ahead. He says, as far as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So when you know the Most High is speaking, it goes against all worldly reasoning and rationale. Now watch this. The other way, when he's really speaking to you and he's giving you direction, you'll know it's him because it's going to require faith. It's going to require faith. Talk to me, somebody. It's going to be outside of the realm of your physical and human capabilities. So it's going to require faith. One, for the provision and for direction. It's going to require faith. Has anybody ever been in that position where he spoke to you something and you know it was him, it's been confirmed, and it's like, I don't know how this is going to happen and how I'm going to do it. But it's going to require faith. Talk to me, somebody. Somebody say, woo, that's when he's really speaking to you. So it's going to go against worldly reasoning and rationale. It's going to require faith. And the message we get when it comes from him, it's going to require courage. Because when you start trying to share people what he showed you, you got to deal with all the people that don't agree with it, don't believe it, that can't see it. You got to deal with all the brothers like Joseph had to deal. When he shared the dream that the Most High gave him, he had to deal with all of the people that didn't see what he's seen. Because most people, when you start telling them things that the Most High has revealed to you, they start looking at you based on your pedigree. They start looking at you based on the life you used to live. They start finding all the reasons to disqualify you and the reason why it can't happen, the reason why it can't work. Y'all ain't going to help me. But look at somebody and say, just because it didn't work for you, because you didn't have the faith and you allowed your reasoning and your rationale thinking to cause you to forfeit whatever he was trying to speak to you and do through you, I'm not going to let you do that to me. If that means nobody else in my family did it, that's okay. I'll be the first. I'm talking to somebody. If that means that nobody else has been able to, am I talking to the right people? Look at somebody and say, sometimes you just got to understand you're going to be the first. Somebody holler, thank you for letting me be first.
Thank you for letting me be first.
Now watch this. So what is it going to require? It's going to go against all worldly reasoning and rationale. It's going to require faith. It's going to require courage. And it's going to line up with his written word. If he really is speaking to you, it's going to line up with his written word. But you won't know that he's really speaking if you don't know the word. Are you here? So it's going to require what? It's going to go against all human and worldly rationale and reasoning. It's going to require faith. It's going to require courage. And what else? Come on. It's going to line up with his written word. And that's the one part the enemy doesn't want you to get. He doesn't want you to get the word part, because what the word part is going to do is going to add confidence. It's going to build up your courage and give you strength to keep going because you know that it's real.
Amen. Amen.
Talk to me, somebody.
Amen.
How do you know it's real? Because we know everything that he says is eternal. You know, I asked somebody the other day this question. I'm going to ask y'all this question. What came first, the seed or the fruit? Because I was telling the person, when he created heaven and earth, as we know, he created everything that was in place for Adam and them to just eat it. So what came first, the seed or the... You sure? Come on. The seed came first because in order for the fruit to exist, he had to speak. So the seed is the word of God according to the parable in Luke chapter 8 and I think 10 and 11. So what came first? The seed. What came first? The word. Before you actually see the harvest of anything, the first thing he's going to do is see you a word. But that's more real than what you can see in the form of harvest. If you have a word, you got harvest, because harvest is in the word. It's going to take faith and courage to plant it, water it, and work it. Y'all ain't going to help me while everybody else is telling you they can't see nothing. But you got to understand that if you've planted or if you've sown the word, that it's taking root, it's under the ground. I can't see it, but I'm expecting something to show itself soon. How many people know that's right? So he'll always give you a word before you see what he said. And when you sow what he said, you'll see it.